Mary's Kitchen. Thanks so much for joining me today. So a few weeks ago I did a haul at 99 Ranch Market. You may have seen that video. If not, I'll be sure to post the link below so you can catch that later. I purchased a bunch of cup ramens when I was there. Well, actually I purchased a couple cup ramens and some other ramens, and I talked about doing a tasting video. And I did shoot that video and discovered that I had set the shot up all wrong, and the entire video was you looking at my head. So that certainly wasn't gonna do. So I decided to start all over again. And this week I had some flex time to use, so I went back to 99 Ranch Market and picked up some different ramens. So I will say that I did try the Shin ramen, and it was really too spicy for me, and I just didn't want to go there again. So I did pick up a couple new ones, so I'm cheating a little bit today, but let's see what I've got. So first of all, I am repeating this ramen, which says it's hikari miso, and it's from Japan. It's tonkatsu taste or tonkatsu flavor, which is a pork cutlet that's breaded, and it's usually served with a sauce and rice. And I've had that dish and I really like it, so I thought I'd try that one. I had a Unif brand bowl in the original haul, and it was stewed pork flavor, but I decided this time to get shrimp. So this is shrimp flavored, but it's the same brand, and this one is a product of China. And then I decided to try this Korean brand. This is Paldo, and this is lobster flavor, and it says it's king noodle grande format. So, and I think that has to do with these big bowl sizes. So the last one I picked up is this, and it's gin ramen. It turns out I have had gin ramen before. I didn't know that it was gin until I really started reading more closely on the label. This is also a product of Korea. This one is actually packaged and distributed in California, but it says it's gin ramen mild. The gin I've had is the ramen in the brick that you cook on the stove, and it was a little spicy for me, and it was also supposed to be mild, so we'll see how this one goes. It doesn't actually say anything about flavor, and I think it did maybe on the rack at the store, but I don't remember what it was. So anyway, it just says that it's gin and that it's mild, so we'll see. So I already have my waters here, and so we'll just dig right in and get started. So I'm going to start with this Unif, and you just open the top carefully and pull it back halfway, and inside are some packets. This one actually also comes with a fork, which is, it's kind of cute. Cute little flimsy fork. Then there is this vegetable packet. There is the soup base packet, and there's an oil packet. And this one, I actually remember how it went. So there's the noodles inside. This one, you add the soup base and the vegetable packet, but you save the oil until the end. So I'm going to add my vegetable packet, and I just realized that I meant to set myself up with a timer, and I didn't. So I might have to just watch the clock kind of carefully. But both of those go in. I have my water right here. I'm using my coffee maker water. Last time I ran out, so I actually have this and a kettle because I wanted to make sure I didn't run out in the middle. So you fill it up to the line, close the top, and you let it sit for 3 minutes. So we'll set that aside. I'm going to put a fork on top of it to weigh it down, and I'm going to set this oil packet next to it so I don't forget to add it. And I'm going to move on to this Japanese ramen. Same thing, you open it up, and this one actually has a line on the outside showing you how far to pull back. This one has, the packet's almost as big as the bowl inside. I don't know if you can see that. So anyways, this huge packet, and then there's another smaller packet. And this one is an oil packet. Yeah, you add the oil at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the big packet. And this one, I'm gonna try to show you this. The I mean, I can't tell what's getting caught on the camera, so I hope you can see that. But the base is white, and then it looks like it has little bits of, there's vegetable in there. There's definitely something that looks like green onion, and there's something that looks like bits of meat. So anyway, this one's that creamy looking soup base is kind of interesting. So again, pour the water in. This one, the line is just about halfway up and it's kind of molded into the bowl. So just cover that. I'm gonna put a spoon over this one. Oh, that one's staying shut. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it. And again, I'm gonna put the oil packet next to it so I don't forget. This one had 2 sets of instructions, so it's got, actually a lot of these do. They have a microwave set and they have a boiling water set, and that's the way I'm going to do all of them. So in this one, you add everything up front. So I'm gonna open this halfway, and again, there's my packet inside, and this one, the noodles are a little thicker and they're kind of white. And I can see vegetables already down there inside. So they didn't have a separate vegetable packet. They just have this soup base packet. Ooh, and it's red. That's always scary to me because generally for me that means spicy. I hope that you can see this. If not, maybe we'll get some other shots later. So in goes my water, and this has a line on the inside as well. And these are all, I think all of these, this one says 4 minutes, and I'm not gonna trust that. I'm gonna do 3 minutes on everything. And I've got about a minute to go on that first one. So last but not least is this one. And let's see what that looks like. Well, it smells good, but let's see. So it's kind of red too. It's not as red as the other one. It's more brown. So hopefully, I don't know. And add my hot water. Oh, overfilled that one just a little bit. I think it'll be okay though. So it's already been 3 minutes for the Chinese one. So I'm gonna finish opening this up and add the oil packet. I want to smell that. Oh, it smells like sesame oil. And that's actually all I smell, so, which is fine with me. I love sesame oil. So it looked kind of thick, so like it's emulsified or something. So this one, the noodles are really small in diameter, and they're very white and really curly, which I love. I always love that. And so I'm gonna grab the spoon. I would like to have something else to put on top of that. I'm gonna try the little fork. I'm just gonna, yeah, there we go. Pinned it down with the fork. So, manja. Just give this a taste. And the texture is perfect. They are chewy, and so I'm gonna take one more bite. Yeah, so the texture of the noodles is really nice. The flavor's good. So far I can't tell that it's shrimp, but I'm gonna try the broth and that might make a difference. I'm gonna get some of those. So I can taste the sesame in the broth, and it has a really nice, rich, it's got a pretty flavorful broth for being an instant ramen. The green onions reconstituted really nicely as well. I have to admit I'm not really tasting shrimp, but I don't think I care. It's really, I like this one. This one's definitely a winner. So the unif is off to a good, well, I already forgot how to pronounce the name. Anyway, the Japanese tonkatsu flavored ramen. So I'm gonna open this one up. This one has kind of a, remember I said the soup base was kind of white, and I hope you can see into the bowl a little bit. It's definitely a creamy looking broth, although it's not thick. So we still need to add our seasoning, or our oil packet. This one has a few more bits of things in it, not just the green onion, but I can see, like I said, even in the soup base, I could tell that there were little bits of meat and stuff, and I can see that here. I guess I kind of wish they were a little bit bigger, but they probably don't reconstitute that great if they're big. So these noodles are similar to the Chinese ones. They're a little more yellow, and they're a little more flat. And maybe not as springy looking, but we'll see how they taste. There we go, manja. Okay. The flavor's really nice. I can taste the veggies, I can taste the onion. The creaminess is, you can definitely tell it's more of a creamy broth flavor to it. I would say the noodles are maybe a little on the soft side for me, but of course I did try that UNIF first, and they both had about their 3 minutes, so it might have gone just a little too long with the waiting. And even so, it's fairly nice. The texture's pretty good. Not as good as the UNIF, but pretty nice. The broth is really nice. You can definitely tell that it's, again, a cream-based broth. I don't know that I'd say it tastes like tonkatsu. That seems to be a recurring theme. Like, I feel like a lot of them have the flavor, but they're not really distinguishable. So I'm gonna put this one aside, and we're gonna move on to the Korean King noodle from Paldo. This is the lobster flavored ramen. Oh, it has definitely a seafoody flavor. And this one also, the seasoning packet didn't absorb in completely on the top, so I'm just gonna try to give it a real stir and see if I can't get that worked in. We'll see. Anyway, the noodles are really springy looking. They're rounder like the ones in the UNIF, from China, and they're not quite as curly, but they're maybe a little bit bigger in diameter than the UNIF one too, and I would say the same of the Japanese one. The noodles are definitely too soft. Oh, and yes, it is spicy. It's definitely more of a tomato base. I'm gonna try the broth. Be brave, be brave. I can see bits of onion. So this is the kind of spicy that hits you in the back of the throat, and it's not bad. I could probably manage to eat this as long as I had some beer or a margarita or something like that on the side, but it's a lot of spice for me. And I have to say, again, so recurring theme, can't tell it's lobster. In fact, this one I can't even really tell it's seafood. So, but that's okay. Let's try the next one. So I'm gonna set that one aside and bring in the final one, which is the base. These noodles are maybe the thickest of the three. I guess they're pretty similar to the Paldo, just looking at them. But they're a little more opaque. I'm hoping they'll have a little more chew left since it was the last one to get hot water, hopefully. Anyway, let's see how this is. So the noodles seem really springy, which is nice. I always love that. I like them to be very chewy. And springy. The texture of the noodle is pretty nice. It's not bad. It might have sat a little bit too long, but I think it held up pretty well. And it's a flatter noodle. It seems like they always are a little bit softer. This isn't bad though. I can tell there's some spicy, but so far it hasn't been overly spicy, and there's a bit of meat of some kind, or could be fish. and some green onions. That seems to be common. That's pretty good. So I don't know what the flavor is supposed to be on this. It is a tomatoey base, but it kind of has a little bit of a meaty something to it. It might be seafood. It's not distinctive, whatever that flavor it is, but it is pretty rich. It's a little richer, I think. Oh, and now some spices hitting me. So it doesn't have that immediate spice flavor that you detect right away in first bite, but I'm now feeling it at the way back of my throat. And that's interesting. So it's pretty good though. I have to say that I think I kind of really like this one. Yes, but okay, so I think the only thing holding me back from rating this one, it may be my second favorite, is that it is a little spicy, and I think that it would sneak up on me. I'm definitely gonna need a margarita or something, lemonade, milk, something if I'm happy. But texturally, it's pretty good. So I would say that the Unif is my favorite. Definitely the texture of the noodles is the best for my taste. I do wish it had a little more going on inside of it. As far as the veggies and things, I wish there was more than just that onion. I wish there was some meat or something in there too. But you could sure add something to this one and it would be really nice. And then I think for second, it's a tie maybe between these two. So even though this one's spicy, I am liking the texture, and it's got a pretty rich broth. This one's really great just for the novelty maybe of the creamy soup, but it had a pretty decent texture. I think this one wins for texture, and this one maybe wins second place for the broth itself. So these are kind of a tie. And then I would, of course, rate the Paldo last. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like these kind of videos, please don't forget to comment below and give me the thumbs up. And please share your experiences. What are you trying? What do you like? What ramens are your favorite? Have you been exploring them as well? So do share and let me know what you put in them too if you like to add stuff. So thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe and share. And until next time when I see you in my kitchen, ciao.